Welcome back, trainers! So we're going to be doing some Twilight PvP battles, just testing out various different Pokemon to see how well they perform going up against specific types. So he did start off with his Spiritomb. He is retreating to his Alolan Marowak, which is going to be taking super effective damage from that quick bite move that I have on my Tyranitar. So I'm going to go ahead and use my shield because I know that it has Bone Club, super effective to Tyranitar, and the Alolan Marowak will be a great option going into the Twilight tournament with that Bone Club. Having a ground typing is going to be key because there's going to be a lot of poison types that you're going to need to have that ground typing because that is going to be their only weakness. And when I say ground type, I mean by a charge move, right? So I'm going to also block this one, taking a super effective damage. That's why the shield is red. And we're going to go ahead and see what he's going to bring in next here. Tyranitar going strong. He's going to bring in the Spiritomb. So these were not like super thought out teams. We're just kind of testing things out. All right, so Spiritomb can only have Ghost Charge moves, so that's not going to be doing too much damage to Tyranitar. And take note, Tyranitar can easily be countered by Croagunk as well as Drapion, because Drapion can have that infestation and Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail doing super effective damage as well as that quick infestation move, charging and gaining quite a bit of energy for your moves. So the Spiritomb holding on there, and I'm going to be going down and bringing in my second Pokemon. So I thought I'd just try out Crawdon just for kicks and giggles here. So we have a bit of lag, just waiting for that. That Spiritomb is trying to play games. Alright, down it goes. Now let's see what we can do with here. I'm pretty sure it has Waterfall and then Bubble Beam. Didn't purchase a secondary move because, like I said, we're just testing these out. Now he does have his newly purchased Drapion over there, and we were discussing it, and yes, it's quite expensive for that secondary move, but if you do purchase it, it is well worth it. Drapion is an amazing Pokemon, and you're going to see that quite a bit if you are entering in this Twilight tournament for the month of February. So in comes my Drapion itself with Infestation, and I'm going to just hit it up with Aqua Tail because the Sludge Bomb is just going to be not very effective because Drapion is going to be Poison and Dark type, taking reduced damage from Poison type, Water being neutral, so we're just going to go ahead and go for that as well. And the match is over there. So, hope you enjoy this. If you do, trainers, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll continue to bring you advice like this. So we're going to go on to the next battle here, see what we have going on. Going to start it off with the Sableye. Now, keep in mind, that Sableye is not completely maxed out. It's only at 1100 CP. I just thought I'd give it a shot, and it doesn't even have a secondary move. Alright, so, I mean, is it going to be good? Yeah, it can be. I'm just a little nervous about purchasing that secondary move because what I did for the Boulder Cup was spend all this Stardust, and I didn't end up using more than half of the Pokemon, so I wasted quite a bit, although I do have him on standby. Anyways, continuing on, he has the Toxicroak, which is going to be another Pokemon you're going to be seeing at the Twilight tournament because it's so good. For its quick move, you can have Counter, which is going to be super effective to Dark, as well as a charge move that is going to be Ground. Mud Bomb doing quite a bit of damage. Personally, you're going to see how much it's going to do going up against another Toxicroak. So you do have Poison and then Dark covered there. And then as well as Sludge Bomb to get those fairy types. So Toxicroak, you better prepare to go up against it because you're definitely going to see them multiple times. And speaking of the coverage, Crobat is actually going to be something that you can counter it with. Air Slash and possibly Air Cutter, and Shadow Ball would do just fine. You don't want to do your Sludge Bomb because that's going to be not very effective. Now, you could also put Bite on your Crobat, which would be doing super effective to those ghost types, in this case, the Alolan Marowak, but it's going to be gaining very slow energy for your Charge Boost, Shadow Ball, or Sludge Bomb, depending on what you have going on. So that is pretty good coverage as well. I can take care of those fairies and as well as the ghost types. So down goes the Alolan Marowak, and in comes Drapion. Now, let's see how well it holds up going against it. Now, it's not looking too great for the Crobat. The only thing that's going to be doing neutral damage is going to be any sort of flying type move. And in this case, should I have gone for Shadow Ball? I mean, technically, I should have maybe just went for Sludge Bomb, both of which are not going to be super effective, but at least on the Sludge Bomb, I will be getting Stab. So, yeah, and his poison moves are not going to be very effective to me as well because I'm going to be part poison type. So you're definitely going to want to prepare yourself for that Drapion as well, being only weak to ground types. So those Alolan Marowaks with the Bone Club, possibly Toxicroak with the Mud Bomb, and there is a few others which I will not mention right now. We'll possibly talk about those in the future if you know them already. So we're going to go ahead and finish it off with the Shadow Ball just for the heck of it, and that's game for that one. Now, there's also a couple Pokemon that I've yet to try out, which I'm highly anticipating using, are going to be a Alolan Raticate as well as a Alolan Persian. Those have some sort of potential to do okay, especially the Alolan Raticate with Bite and Crunch. as well as a few other moves it has for coverage. Now, going into the next match here, we have Mariana going up against Venusaur. Venusaur eligible because it is going to be part poison type, and Mariana being a pure dark type. And on the Mariana, we currently have Bite for the charge moves Play Rough and Crunch. Now, if I did have Fire Fang, I would be doing a lot of damage as well, but can't you see how well it's doing already with that Bite going up against that Venusaur? Extremely strong, tore right through it and didn't even have to use a charge move. Can save that for the next Pokemon. Absolutely amazing. And you can put Fire Fang on that, so it'd be doing super effective damage to any other grass types as well. So maybe even a steel type like Mawile. So food for thought. Fire Fang will also be gaining a lot more energy for those charge moves as well. So he is bringing in the Alolan Muck, and it does have Poison Jab. Alolan Muck with Bite is fantastic, but the only thing you have to worry about is very low energy gain for those charge moves. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Drapion here. Drapion is a fairly good option going up against that Alolan Muck because everything it's going to be doing is not very effective, being a dark and poison type on the Drapion. So we're going to go ahead and hit it up for neutral damage with that Aqua Tail. Charging fairly quick, I should be able to continuously pump him out onto the Alolan Muck there, but he's retreating back. Let's see what he brings in, and that's just fantastic for me too. So we're going to go ahead and hit it up with Aqua Tail, which is going to be doing super effective damage to that Alolan Marowak because it is going to be part fire, and it takes it fairly well. Okay. Now here's where that Bone Club is going to come into use. Going up against Drapion, this is going to be super effective. Let's see how much it does, and Drapion still takes it like a champ. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get another Aqua Tail off and see what we can do here. And almost taking out that Alolan Marowak. Now who's going to get their charge move up first? I remember this battle and I was thinking I should be able to survive. Let's go. Come on. And Drapion holds on like a champ, and Aqua Tail is able to get off and finish off that Alolan Marowak. So that is just great. Performance, as you can see, is on par. So make sure you start walking one and start looking around for them and catching as many as you can. Pineapple will do what you got to do. Trade, possibly get a lucky. Personally, going for luckies, you might as well just max them out, right? Now, in this particular matchup, Honchkrow is not going to be doing so well, but it can still perform okay going up against Toxicroak or any poison grass type mixture. It can do Peck, super effective, as well as Psychic, super effective to those poison types. So it's not all bad. It was just a horrible matchup. Alright, so we're going to be going into our last battle here, so let's see what we have going on. I do believe I was going to use the Crawdon again just to see how well it performed, and of course he had the Sharpedo coming out, so my water moves are not going to be very effective, but you're going to see how Sharpedo is still Glass Cannon and taking pretty good amount of damage. So it does have Bite, so it is tearing right through me. I am going to be a part Dark type, not very effective to me, so it is still doing quite a bit of damage. Something to take note of for that Sharpedo, like we went over, that Bite is just absolutely nasty. Low energy gain, but you will be able to tear through your opponents with that quick move. In comes the Toxicroak, so it can be doing super effective damage if it did have counter, and down goes my Dark and Water type. Now here comes something that you may want to see. Toxicroak versus Toxicroak. How much is Mud Bomb going to do to an almost full health Toxicroak? Let's see. Well, I do block the first one here, and that is an indication that it's going to be super effective when it turns red. So if you don't know the typings and you did block, you will know then. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him up, and he does block because he wants to get off that next Mud Bomb here, and so do I. So I don't shield up because I'm very curious to see, and you're going to be quite surprised. Almost all health. Alright, so if you go to the tournament, Toxicroak versus Toxicroak, make sure you shield up that Mud Bomb or else you're going down. Also, another thing to take note of is Mawile will be taking super effective damage from that Mud Bomb. So it's just a great Pokemon all around to make sure you have that ground move going into this. So I'm going to shield up because I don't want him getting any sort of damage onto that Mawile at this point, seeing I have one Pokemon left, and I want to see some sort of performance on this thing before it faints. So we're going to continue on, and if you did not know, Bite on Mawile is absolutely nasty. Look how it's tearing right through that little thing over there, and I do have my Iron Head, luckily, and I'm able to finish it off here. So I hope you enjoyed these Twilight PvP test runs. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I'm going to go out there and see what kind of raids I can find and bring them to you guys. So thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll be catching you all next time.